morning. We're about 40 minutes from the Mexico-Belize border here at our Airbnb in Bacalar, Mexico. We're really excited to explore the iconic lagoon of Bacalar today. But first, let's go grab some breakfast. Good morning, David, our wonderful host.
Good morning, how are you?
Good, good. So it looks like we have some breakfast. What do we got going on over here?
That's right, we have sourdough bread. This is pan de hogaza in Spanish. It's sourdough bread, which is very good. We toast it with olive oil. And at the end, you can have it with some homemade jam.
And it's local too, right? Like
yeah, it's
local.
locally made here in Bacalar.
Awesome, looks amazing. And then got some special brew over here.
This is Café de Olla. It's a traditional Mexican coffee made with piloncillo, canela, which is cinnamon, and cloves. Cloves are the secret, so I won't tell you how much.
Perfect.
Secret recipe.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it smells amazing.
I'm super excited. Here they have their own like orange squeezer, so you can drink your fresh orange juice. Okay. And you can get your workout in too, as soon as you wake up.
There we go, 2 in 1. Oh my goodness, looks amazing. Let's eat.
Let's eat.
All right, so we're here right next to the lagoon, and as you could see, the lagoon is very, very green, where actually the Bacalar Lagoon is known for being 7 different shades of blue, very clear, crystal kind of blue waters. And the reason for the color change is actually due to a hurricane that happened last year in 2020 that actually turned all of the water brown. From the brown, it's now transitioning into more of this greenish color here in early 2021. And apparently will kind of remain this, but slowly transition back into this more blue color. Apparently this happens every like 10 to 20 years. So hopefully now, you know, for the future, if you're watching this, it's kind of done. It's only gonna be improving. But because the color of the water isn't really that clear, that beautiful like it usually is, we were planning on going on this boat tour, but decided not to. And for planning purposes, when you come, there's a lot of different things you can do. You can go paddleboarding, kayaking, canoeing. You can go on boat tours and explore some of the different points. Like there's this abandoned hotel. There's cenotes and a Pirates Bay and all this kind of fun stuff. So we're actually not gonna be doing that today, but instead, we got a tip from our host, David, who said 20-minute drive away from here is a place called Bonanza, which is Laguna Bonanza, and it's a lot less known. And apparently the water is already becoming much more clear blue, and you can go canoeing or kayaking to this place called the Narrows, which is supposed to be, I guess, really beautiful, and that's what we're gonna check out today. But before we go, we're gonna get out our drone and see what this looks like from the sky. And what we're approaching right now is the Bacalar Fort. So we're not going inside, just kind of going on the outside. This fort was actually built by the Spanish to keep the English and Belize from invading Mexico. So something maybe to add to your itinerary when you are in Bacalar. Just arrived here at Laguna Bonanza and beautiful weather. The water is the most beautiful water I've ever seen in my life. night and day difference, super blue compared to the green. So really excited to dive in. And as you can see, it's a little bit busier because it's the weekend. Almost no gringos except for myself, mainly Mexican families, but really relaxed, really chill. People here are wonderful, but just a little bit crowded here because it's the weekend. So what Ali and I decided to do is get a couple of kayaks, and we're gonna kayak to a point called Los Rapidos, or the Rapids, which is supposed to be this kind of iconic or nice area, I guess, we don't really know. We're gonna go kind of explore that. It's about 15 minutes away apparently, and about 30 minutes back because of the current. It's 100 pesos per hour to rent a kayak here, so really not that expensive. Should be worth it, but man, I'm really excited to get in here. Let's go. Finally made it to Los Rapidos, and it's fairly easy to get here because this is where the current obviously takes you from Bonanza, but then once you get here, the current just kind of keeps you going, so we just kind of kept on going through the narrows or through the rapids to the other side, and as you're going through kayaking or even swimming, you'll pass through these beautiful kind of mangroves. It's very, very narrow, literally the cleanest water I've ever seen in my life. Fish down below and everything, really neat. And then here at Los Rapidos, there are a lot of restaurants here right by. There's a lot of easy access, like in stairs and kind of some different kind of docks. You can get photos and just jump in. A lot of people swimming.
And snorkeling, a lot of people snorkeling. I'm definitely ready to dive in. What about you?
Yeah, let's go. Alright, so we just got back and we thought Bonanza closed at 7. It actually closes at 6. So we got back at 6:30. It felt so bad. As you can see,
completely empty.
Yeah, totally empty when we came back. It felt so bad, but they were very nice about it. So just something to keep in mind. 10 out of 10 experience, literally magical in my opinion. So definitely recommend. That's already made our whole trip down here to Bacalar. So now, to kind of end the day, we're gonna try to find a nice restaurant in the area. So let's go eat. All right, so one special addition to our adventure today is that our very generous host here, David, at CASITAS Bacalar, is personally taking myself on a tour of some of the key points here in the lagoon. And usually this would cost 350 Mexican pesos per person. So really amazing that you're doing this and really excited to kind of capture some shots and show you some of the beautiful areas here in Bacalar, as well as kind of what to expect on a tour like this. Unfortunately, that woman over there is not coming with us because she has some work that she can't reschedule and has to get done today. Lucky for me, I just kind of had a better day, but that's kind of the life of a digital nomad, I guess. So let's go. Stop is going to be Cenote Negra. A cenote is this kind of basically like this lake that's fed by this underground water table. which gives this kind of dark blue color compared to the rest of the cenote. It's about 90 meters deep. And an interesting fact about Cenote Negra is it also goes by the name Cenote de la Bruja. And Bruja, in translated to English, means witch, because there was this woman that lived next to the cenote, and the government wanted to use her land to build a school. They ultimately ended up burning down her house to kick her out, and she cursed the cenote and said that one person must die every year in this cenote, and 2 people a year. 2 people a year. Here our second stop, the Pirates Canal, and this is a super cool story. So where it gets its name from is actually the locals here in the area would set up spikes here in the shallow water, and pirates would usually attack at night. So when the pirates came at night, they couldn't see the spikes in the water, their ships would wreck, and the locals would come out on canoes and attack when the pirates were vulnerable, and basically keep the pirates from invading and pillaging the land here up ahead. So really, really neat. Crazy guy like 30 years ago wanted to build a bar and restaurant right in the middle of Bacalar Lagoon, and basically the municipality had to step in and cancel it. But check this out, how cool would that have been? So we're lucky, we're here at our 3rd stop, and because we're here in March, in some of these colder months, you'll see a lot more birds here on this island, thus the name Bird Island right here. If you look closely, you can see a lot of white birds, which are American wood storks, I believe, and a collection of other birds as well, but really beautiful. Now we're here at our final destination. Just kind of relax here and enjoy part of the sunset. Here a bit further up the lagoon, it's more clean, clear water. Looks beautiful. Everyone else has dived in, and now it's time for me to jump in as well. So let's go. Thank you so much for joining us on this adventure today. We hope you loved it, and we loved having you along with us. Be sure to put Bacalar, Mexico on your bucket list and itinerary here in Mexico. And if you do come, be sure to stay here at
CASITAS Bacalar.
CASITAS Bacalar.
Thank you, David and Mari, for the hospitality. It was wonderful.
It's been so wonderful. If you have any questions or anything you'd like to add for other travelers coming to Bacalar, let us know in the comment section below. If you know of anyone who is interested in coming to Bacalar or would like this video, be a good friend and be sure to share it with them. And lastly, be sure to subscribe, because we have a lot more adventures throughout here in Mexico as well as all over the world, and want to make sure you don't miss out. So as always, thanks so much for watching. God bless, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.